Hello and welcome back. I'm Claudia Orengo, graphic and web designer and watercolor artist at handmade.es. And if you are here, it's because you are a passionate entrepreneur and want to learn how to be the best designer for your brand. So in today's video tutorial, I will show you how to save time selecting your blog images. I started blogging back in 2013, and although I enjoy writing, it's never been my main passion or my main task in my business. So that's why when I discovered how much time it was taking me to blogging, I questioned myself if it was really worth it. And if you are anything like me, I bet you have felt the same at some point, feeling you dedicate too much time to these marketing techniques, not even being sure if it's really helping your business growth or if it's just something you continue doing because it's a common path. I even stopped blogging for a while, but today I'm here to share with you the solution I found to save time blogging and avoid throwing the towel. During the past years, I've created a system and discovered many techniques and tools that have helped me grow my blogging productivity. And in today's video, I'll talk about how I save time selecting my blog images because that's one of the tasks that was taking me longer. So, to reduce the time I spend creating the best images for each blog post, I did the following. Number 1. Having a list of favorite bank images. With time, I've come up with a selection of websites where I can find photos with my branding style. All I need to do now is visit them every time I need a new picture and finding the best ones for my upcoming blog posts. For now, my favorite places to search for images are first Unsplash. This is a super beautiful website where most of the best photographers they upload pictures and you can download them for free, and you will find usually new pictures every day. So it's a very nice place to find free pictures, and of course if you want to use them for free it would be nice to tag the photographers, but it's just up to you. So here you can type the words you are looking for and it will give you the results of images that are tagged with those keywords. Then my second favorite website is Creative Market. In Creative Market, if you sign up, you will be able to download for free some images, graphics every week. So every week they create a selection of 6 free downloads, and all you need to do is sign up in their website, and every Monday you will receive an email and you can go in and check what they offer. If you have seen my blog post or if you have been following me for a while, you will see that most of the images I use are screenshots or my own paintings. So in my case, I don't need to download that much. But in the case you want to download illustrations or you want to use graphics that other designers are creating, you can do it in Creative Market. So even in Creative Market, it's where I sell my own paintings. You can see them here in my shop and you can download them as clip arts and then they will be ready to use in anything you need. The same happens with photographers. For example, my favorite photographer is Twiggy Posts, and if you go to her website, you will find that at the beginning she offers free downloads. So check your favorite photographers. I'm sure they will be giving something for free. You can start using those, and even if you subscribe to their newsletters, they will be offering you discounts or promotions on their newest products. So you can type your name and email here and download them for free. You can check what she's offering, and she has also a shop in Creative Market and you can download bundles here for a very affordable price. And her pictures can be used in any blog post, but even in social media or whatever you need. So these are my favorites, but you can come up with your list of favorites. And having a list of favorites is the first step, but it's not gonna save you a lot of time in terms of blocking. So let's move to the second step, the one that it's actually gonna save you tons of time. So number 2, it's batching. The concept of batching is that you select a task that you have to repeat many times and you do it all at once. So for example, for blog posts, selecting the images, searching for them, downloading them, and saving them in your computer, it's something you would have to do every time you do a new blog post. So instead of losing the time every time you are writing and editing your content, you can do it before. So for example, I would go here to Unsplash and I would say, what am I gonna be posting about? So, okay, maybe it's gonna be about blogging. So I can start typing here blogging and I will see which images they come. And if I say, oh, that image is very hard made because it has colors, it's very beautiful with the white background. So all I need to do is come here and say download photo. And it will come the download and it will start downloading. And I can do this. Here I have the link to credit, so I can copy it or not. And I don't know, let's say I want this one too, and this one. So I would spend like this a couple of minutes, I don't know, half an hour, 1 hour, whatever you need. You can even start, if you don't know yet what are you gonna be writing about, you can just check the newest ones and say, oh, hey, this fit like my style, I'm gonna download this image. Or this, it's winter time, it's coming, so I'm gonna download things about winter and I will see how I use them. So just batching the time to download, and for example for Creative Market, knowing that every Monday you have new images, just go and check what they offer, download what you find useful, and just save it. But now you might be imagining, okay, I'm starting to download and I have here a list of images in my downloads folder, but this is not really saving me time, because if I start writing the blog post, let's say in 2 weeks, I will not remember which images I downloaded. I will not even know where they are because they would be lost between my memory. So what I recommend you is to move on to the third step, which I call organization. So what I do, I'm going to show it to you from the beginning. So let's say I create a new folder in my memory, and I'm gonna name it images or blog post images. You can name it as you want. Then inside this folder, you could organize it by themes. So if you know you're always blogging about, let's say, entrepreneurship, marketing, and social media, so you would create here your 3 folders: entrepreneurship, then marketing, and then social media. And inside each folder you would be saving, so you just need to drag and drop all the images that fit each one. So let's say this, we can put it in entrepreneurship, this one we can put it in marketing, and this one we can save it in social media. So once we have them organized, the next step is to change the name. So Brooke, this is the name of the photographer, the ID for Unsplash, and the website where you download it. It's okay to save it for a while if you want to come back and credit the photographer, but I recommend you to add some keywords. So it can be keywords about your blog post and keywords about the image itself. So you can say tablet, and we said it will be about social media. So using these keywords will help you later to use your search bar and search, oh, I think I saved something about social media. So I will type here social media and it will come in the list. Okay? So this would be the organization you need to do in order to really save time, because if you don't do this, you will end up repeating the process. You will end up saying, oh, it's faster to go back to the website and download it again. And finally, the fourth step I take to really save time is to optimize my images. So I have another video in which I show you how to automate Photoshop and save your images for web. The process goes something like this. Let's imagine you move on some weeks ahead and you are already editing your blog post, you're finishing the last touches, and you need to select the images. So you come back to these folders, you select the ones you want, And you could even create another folder here saying used. So in used, you would move the images you want here inside, and once they are inside, so let's say we do like this, and we're going to be using this one, okay? So once we have here 3 or 4 images that we're going to use in this particular blog post, I'm going to come and edit the name again, but with the keywords of the blog post. So maybe this blog post is how to schedule your social media posts from your tablet. Okay, so I would add all these words. Why? Because one, it's describing the blog post I'm sharing, and two, it's describing the image itself. So once we have these words in the title, and remember, I have another blog post, I will put you the link so you can check it. But when you are saving images for web, never use spaces between words, so I recommend to use dash, and never put points in the middle, because the point is just at the end, it's just to add the format of the image. So it would confuse the browser and it can give problems to show the image itself. Oh, and never use special characters such as this or this, okay? Or even accents. So once you have these, you would save the image with this title, and you would open it in Photoshop and run your automation, which you can check in my other video. If you don't want to use the automation, at least you need to save it for the web. So you need to reduce the size, check that here it's downloaded with a very high dimensions, and you don't need that much for a blog post. But usually for a blog post you would be posting it at maximum 1000 in the width and less in the height. Don't use high images, because then it happens that they are very heavy, and if they with too many megas, it will take long time to load them and people will not be wanting to check your blog post. So you need to optimize them and reduce the size and save it using the option of save for web. You have it in Photoshop. I'm going to show you. We are going to open Photoshop. So once we have Photoshop, we can go back to our image. We can open it in Photoshop, then go to image size, and here we can make it smaller. So let's say 1000, we press OK, and all you need to do now is to go to File, Save for Web, you see? And here in Save for Web, you may be seeing something like this, but check up here and go to the For App, okay? So what you have here in this screen is, in the first place you have the original, and it's telling you it's the original, but it's also telling you how heavy it is. Then on the second place you can click, then you will have this blue selection, you click it, and you can edit these settings from the right side. So all you need to do, I recommend you to select JPG or PNG, but usually JPG would be okay. PNG would be perfect if you have transparent background, but in this case it's just a picture, so JPG. And we can go on the quality and move it down, and please check here. So you will see if we have it at 100, it's saying it's 600K, okay? But if we move it to just 90, for example, it's already 434. And if we move it to 60, it's 200, and 50, it's even less. So the less quality, the less it weighs. And what you can do is you can move it around and compare what you are seeing between the original and this one, the optimized one. So as you can see, at a simple view, you cannot see main differences between both of them. You cannot see it pixelated or nothing. Of course, if we go much less, like 7, you would start seeing pixels. But if we put it some around 50, usually it doesn't make any huge difference, but it's much less heavier. So once you have it, you click over it and you press save. It will open a pop-up. Where do you want to save it? You can save it in used, and you can even save it and over this one. or you can just say, I don't know, small or something like this to remind you that it's the good one, or okay, whatever. So you press save, and now you have it optimized. So you have the okay and you have the original in case you ever need it bigger. Then again, remember that I have another video teaching you how you can automate this process so that you can do the same in just seconds, leave Photoshop working for you, and do it with multiple images. It's much more comfortable and it saves a lot of time. And finally, let me remind you, I have an online course teaching you how you can do the same, how you can automate Photoshop to edit and save your social media thumbnail images. So the images you share from your blog post to promote it in any social media. For me, I have it from YouTube, Pinterest, my blog post, Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. So I use it for 6 different formats, and the automation is just moving things around and saving it. And it literally takes me less than 1 minute to have all my promoting images ready to post in my blog post. It's something it took me a long time to discover. I investigate different ways to do it, and once I found it, I really cannot live without it. So if you are ready to start saving time for your blog posts, go check this course I have. It's gonna take you just 1 hour or less to set it up, and once you have it set it up in your Photoshop, you will never look back. It will literally take you less than 1 minute. You will have all your images ready to share in all your social media platforms, and you will never find it boring, or you will never feel lazy to finish and promote your blog post, because we all know that after all the work it takes to do a blog post, the worst thing you can do is not share it properly. So I hope with all this you have learned today, you find it useful, you enjoyed the tutorial, and please feel free to ask me any questions you may have, and see you on the next video. Bye!